I usually don't feel the need to cling to any standard, but I do focus on beauty. Out of what is available, whether conventional or unconventional, what looks and sounds beautiful? If something looks or sounds horribly ugly, what do I get out of looking at it or listening to it? There's expression, sure, but if it's too ugly or disharmonious for my senses to ingest, what's the point? At that point, we might as well listen to Yoko Ono a cappella. Oh, how expressive. And I get that there can be the opposite problem where something can be all beauty and no substance. Even though I like their music, I think of the Carpenters as an example of this. Yes, I can enjoy music that the entire point is being beautiful, and I totally understand why others can't get into that. But I also like music and art that push boundaries. Some of my favorite music is strange, dark, and beautiful. Think Soundgarden's Applebite, Paul McCartney's Riding to Vanity Fair, Stereolab's Baby Lulu, Radiohead's House of Cards, Depeche Mode's Waiting for the Night. With art, I'm not one of those people who thinks that it has to say something very specific or it's not art. I think that way of approaching art is extremely limiting. Just like with lyrics to music, it doesn't have to say anything specific to be a good song. Think of most of Seal's original songs. The lyrics are mostly a bunch of unrelated phrases that sound nice together, but I still love his stuff. So I can get into modern art if it's not ugly. If it looks like paint splashed on a canvas, at least it should have colors that look nice. For me, a lot of what I enjoy about art and music is how it makes me feel. There are some musical standards that I think have been totally overused, like blues. There's nothing new about blues. You know, when I think about blues, I think of, it's like a joke that goes in my head. I think of almost every time I hear a blues song. I can picture an elderly person singing a song of blues that's, I've got the I just shit my pants blues for you. There's almost no way to breathe new life into blues. It always sounds like a cover band playing one out of maybe 30 different songs with slightly different lyrics. Country comes in second for that sort of thing, and rock comes in third. None of those styles have anything particularly new left in them. So I usually listen to older incarnations of those styles, except for blues that I'm totally burned out on. But to any of this, there's always exceptions. This is somewhat why I can't get into most modern rap and hip-hop. The worst stereotypical elements to those styles are now the standard. I like some of the 80s and 90s hip-hop and rap. But with the modern stuff that gets on the top 100 Billboard charts, besides often having really generic background music, you're still using 808 drums, with no real musical hooks of any kind, I find the attitudes and lyrics to be detestable. It celebrates everything that we get taught from an early age not to act like or be like. Don't brag, don't violate women's agency, don't view women as purely sex objects. Don't be toxic in your masculinity. Don't continually posture that you're better and more masculine than you actually are. And many more things that modern rap and hip-hop violate on a regular basis. And then there's, in so much of it, hearing the N-word every 10th word. Yeah, not a fan. Again, I like some of the rap and hip-hop from the 90s and the 80s, but it's incredibly rare for me to like any of the modern incarnations. What do you judge music and art by? Let me know in the comments. Thanks.